Amy Hansen, and I wanted to help with this medical mask shortage. So I looked online to see different ones to sew, and there are lots of options, and now I'm throwing out another one. Anyway, this is one of the most simple, basic ones, and I've made it a little bit more tricky, so but more useful in my opinion. So this you can use as just a cover to make your medical mask last longer, which you already have, and then you can wash it. I've also added into this one a pipe cleaner pocket that is removable, so you can take that out for washing and it won't get ruined or rust in there. And then there's a removable filter in there. So I added those two things so that it can be a mask on its own, or you can use it as the cover that a lot of hospitals are allowing at this time. Okay, so let's get on to what we need. You need one 8 by 9 inch piece of 100% woven cotton and one 7 by 9 inch piece of 100% woven cotton. It can also be knit for the smaller one, which is like t-shirt fabric, but also still 100% cotton. And then you're going to need 4 ties, 16 to 18 inches long, and that can be out of bias tape, it can be out of t-shirt yarn or fabric ties, or you could do elastic if you want to do elastic. These are optional, our filter and pipe cleaner. Those don't have to go with this mask, but I'm making the mask so that they could if you wanted to use them. Okay, let's get on to our first step. So we have our squares. We're going to go over, we're going to press down the top edge. We need to create a clean finish, and that is because we're going to have the filter that is removable. So the top edge needs to have a clean finish. So what we'll start with is just by pressing that down, and I am a press as you sew person. You guys, you wouldn't really have to press it if you don't want to. You're going to press that top edge twice so we get our clean finish. You could just press it once and zigzag. You just don't want this edge to be fraying because it's going to be having the filter pulled in and out. So we're going to sew along that edge, and I've already done that right here. I sewed along our clean finish, and that's on the back side of the mask. I forgot to mention the smaller piece is the inside of the mask. The larger piece is the front side of the mask, and the reason it's larger is we're going to create that pipe cleaner pocket, which we're going to now move to. So after you've created your finished edge on your front piece, the larger piece, you're going to then press it down another inch. So press that down, and then you're going to sew a 1/2 inch away from that top edge, which I have already done, ready to go. So now I have sewn at 1/2 inch, it's the red thread there, away from the edge. This is creating our pipe cleaner pocket. And now we're going to press this flat. Oh, we want to press it down towards the front. So we're going to quickly do that. And yes, I'm a quilter. This is how you press when you quilt. And we will press that forward. So this is now the top front of the mask, that flap. We've created a pleat, 1/2 inch pleat right there. We are now going to sew this pleat down right on this edge right here for about 5 inches. So we will go ahead and do that. We will go in about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. You just need to have an opening for that pipe cleaner to be able to come out. Okay, so now here's the front of our mask, and we have created our little pocket for our pipe cleaner. And some people like to fold it in half, so it's just a little more sturdy. You can stick that in there. We won't stick it in until we're all done, but that's how it's going to go in, is up in there. Now we have our front here and our back here, and they do like it 2 different fabrics so they can see quickly what's the front and back of their mask. So here's on that. So we will do right sides together. What that means, I always would say when I taught, I used to be a sewing teacher, pretty sides kissing. We want our pretty sides kissing. We're going to now stick our ties in so that we can sew this all down together. I'll show you how I do it on one corner and put that down. Put our top corners together and pin it. Okay, we already have that. Oh, I do want to show you, you don't want your ties in the way, so I kind of curled them up. Put them in, you'll do that with all 4, you'll stick all 4 in, and I'm not going to show you all of it, but you get the idea. So it's like that. Here it is, all beautiful. Voila. Okay, so our ties are pinned in each 4 corners. We are ready to sew. We are going to start here and sew all the way around to here. I'm leaving about a 3-inch opening. This I am not going to sew closed. This is where the filter will be coming in and out, and how we're going to turn this right side out. So leave an opening there. Okay, so we're going to sew here. I wanted to mention it. I'm doing a 1/2 inch seam all the way around, and I will pivot at the corners. And as I get to each corner, I kind of backstitch over each corner to just reinforce those ties. Here's where you want to, I go and I back stitch just a little bit, and then I pivot. Okay, I have finished sewing all around like that, leaving this opening. I will now turn it right side out, and you can grab those ties to kind of help pull it out. Okay, so I've got it all right side out, and I just kind of pull on those corners, get it all out, and now we're going to flatten it and get it all ironed so it's nice and flat.